Hello and welcome to this week's video. It's May, and in the art world that means it's Mermay. If you're not familiar with Mermay, this is a month-long drawing challenge held in the month of May where artists are encouraged to draw a mermaid every day of the month. You can follow a prompt list where you're given a word or two for inspiration, or you can just draw mermaids however you like. I love this challenge for a few reasons. I've always loved mermaids and it's always been just such a pure joy to draw them. It's also an opportunity to experiment with different concepts, different materials and techniques, and of course colour, but it's also an opportunity to add all that glitter and shimmer and sparkle. For this piece I'm using alcohol-based markers. I've used Copic Markers and Winsor brush markers, and I also use some watercolour to colour in the background. I tend to mix my media sometimes, so I don't really want to colour a massive background area with my Copic markers because it's just a lot more tedious, and also I feel like it wastes a lot of ink, so I would rather use my watercolours to do that. And because they're both a translucent medium, they have a kind of similar look. I like using the alcohol markers though, because there's a little bit more control with them when you're colouring smaller areas, so sometimes watercolour can get a little bit away from you, but I love them both. So if you've watched any of my videos on this channel, you already know that I like watercolour and I use it quite a bit anyway. Unfortunately my camera shut off, so I don't have the footage of me painting the background to show you. Lucky I realised by the time I got to paint the second coat of the watercolour for the cliff, so I was able to get the rest of the video. As this painting contains mostly a pastel colour palette, I ended up lining the drawing with a graphite pencil. I just didn't want to use a black liner as I thought it would be a little bit too harsh and would give a different look than what I wanted. Before I got too far with the lining, I added some subtle glitter with a Tonic Nuvo Aqua Shimmer pen. As this is quite fluid, I just didn't want it to smudge the graphite, so I waited for that to dry and then I continue outlining with the mechanical pencil, and I will also go in and add some white highlights. The Tonic Shimmer pen is just a clear, very fine, subtle glitter. It's really pretty once you tilt it into the light, but doesn't distract really from the drawing, especially if you scan it. I notice when I scan the image that you can't see the glitter at all. It's really only when you tilt it in the light, so it's one of those more interactive real life kind of things. I just love adding just that little bit of extra detailing to my drawings. I'm hopeful I'll be able to do most of the month of May. I know I've already missed a couple of days. If you follow me on social media, I've been a bit unwell, so hopefully I can catch up and do a few more drawings. If you're doing the drawing challenge, I'd love to hear from you. Let me know your thoughts, if it's your first time or if this is your however many times you've done this. If you want, leave links to your socials in the comments below. I'd love to go and check out what you've been creating, and I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Here's a little bit closer look at that glitter. As I said, it's really only noticeable in the light, so I just thought I would tilt it in the light, get a little bit closer so you can have a look at that fine shimmer. It's just really pretty. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video and want to see more content from me, please hit like and subscribe, and I will see you next week for another video. Have a good day. Bye.